Okay, hello everyone. Happy Sunday wherever you are in the world. It's good to see you. I'm Ronan. I teach accordion at Accordion Love. If you've been here before, you know this. If you haven't been here before, you now know this. It's good to see you. Who did I stop saying hello to? Hello, Bernard. Hello, Lynn. It's good to see you. Again, we have folks from all over the world. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for spending your Sunday with me. Thank you also if you're watching the replay for spending your other time. We'll take an hour and a bit to talk about all things music, talk about all things accordion. I use the accordion to teach, but these lessons apply usually to most instruments that could play chords. There's no preparation that I've done. I haven't played a song in detail. I try and go as transparently as possible and try and explain what I do. If you have requests, if you have questions, I monitor the chat, which is why my eyes go there. I'm just going to switch one window to what? To this. There we go. Wonderful. Yeah, let me know if you have questions. I'll start with a song. It's always a good idea to start with a song. Yeah. Let's do it. That sounds nice. Let's do Howl's Moving Castle. It's a beautiful song. Why did it come in my head? This is a lovely arpeggio. There are 4 notes. Do-dee-da-da. It's lots of songs use this kind of interval. Howl's Moving Castle. There's a Hebrew song called We Bring Peace to You, Avenu Shalom Aleichem. Avenu Shalom. Klezmer songs. Anyways, my fingers usually land on that, and a song or two come up. So let's do that. Hello, I'm forgetting your name. I see people's usernames, but I don't see your full name. What a nice song. That's the theme from Howl's Moving Castle. Is it the theme? It's the beautiful waltz. Hello, Junior Segals. Hello, Colin. Oh, EGARMO1. I'm forgetting your first name, but hello. Christopher Karansin, that you mentioned the song We Bring Peace to You. I came across the sheet music yesterday. Sewell. Cool. So cool. Awesome. Amelie, yeah, we could do Amelie. It's a beautiful song. Other people do it much nicer, but it doesn't matter. Let's do it in a different key. B minor? Do it in D minor. Version of Amelie. Hello, Wendy. Good to see you. What's the actual? Oh. Da, 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 ba. Would you like to show us a good song in order to do busking? Something really attractive and cheerful and maybe worthy of an accordion busker in Milan. It's such an interesting topic, busking. I'll give you two ideas. Depends on the area that you're in. I used to live in Toronto. And I had my bicycle. And I would ride my bicycle with my accordion. And there are a few types of busking. There are busking. How do I want to introduce this? It depends where you are. Your location will affect the songs that you are playing. And I'll give you the idea. Anywhere in the world, there are places where there's an ice cream shop, there's a ferry terminal or an airport, kind of idea. And there's a quiet restaurant. So again, there's the busiest place, which is people, lots of people walking. A subway station, a ferry terminal, an airport. Busiest. There you're going to play the loudest, and people will listen for the shortest amount of time. There's the middle, which is the ice cream shop. It's busy, but people will usually sit for 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. And then there's the quiet. There's the coffee shop, the restaurant, where people will sit for 30 minutes. And I will play a DTPF. What you play and how you play it will change. Let's start with the busiest. The busiest place, you have the most amount of energy. You're playing the loudest. You have 5 to 10 seconds to catch people's attention. In these places, I would play the chorus of a song, the loud part. I would play Edith Piaf. I would play La Vie en Rose. I would play La Foule. I would play Have a Nagila. In Milan, I would play... As someone walks by, you're competing with the energy of people walking by. They need to get places. They have 5 to 10 seconds to listen to you. They'll throw money at you. Okay, good. Some people may stop and listen to the whole song. In that high energy, I would not start with... That kind of energy is okay for a second song that someone's listening to. Majority of people will walk by, unfortunately, in the busy place. The middle energy place, the ice cream shop, where someone is sitting for 10 to 10 minutes or so. How long does it take to eat an ice cream? Energy is a bit more down. This is my favorite type of place to play. Here, people are watching you. It's a little bit quieter. Here you can introduce other songs. Here you could start with Vive Dry. Here, instead of doing... I could start with... Start a little bit slower. I'm matching the energy of what's around me. So, Have a Nagila in that fast airport, if I start like this, people likely won't hear the entire thing. At the ice cream shop, I'm basically joining in the conversation of what's around me. I'm not screaming because people might look at me and say, take it easy. So I could do... Now people are looking, eating their ice cream, having their conversations. I'm contributing. So again, choose the song that you love. Here I could play other Italian songs, other French songs, right? I could still play La Foule and La Vie en Rose. I don't have to do the chorus of the song, right? I don't have to do... I could do it maybe a bit softer. The last thing is the quieter place. It's the quiet restaurant, the quiet coffee shop. This is where I would play on the specific example. I was thinking I'm riding my bicycle and there's a very beautiful, quiet street. It's Baldwin Street Village on my way home to where my apartment was. And it was like 9:30 p.m. on a Thursday night. A few people were outside having quiet dinner. I pulled over my bicycle. I brought out my accordion. It's just a few couples. I came between those tables. Some people are having a cigarette outside the laundromat. What do you do there? Do I do this? Everyone would look at me like I'm crazy. And so I start really softly, right? That's the Howl's Moving Castle. I'm joining in that atmosphere, that conversation. Here, maybe you play 2 songs, maybe you're there for an hour. But again, it's a lot more varied, the energy. Can't be full on, can't be just middle and boring, but you're allowed to do a lot of things. You're allowed to ask for a request. You're allowed to take a pause, have a drink. And so everything changes. So the role of a busker, of a performer, requires listening just as much as contributing. You're joining in a conversation. If it's a busy city street, you're doing things, you're juggling, you're getting that attention. If it's middle energy, you're looking at people, you're listening a little bit. I love seeing or hearing people, and if I hear Hebrew, I'm going to pull out a Hebrew song. If I see, I'm stereotyping. If I see teenagers, I'm trying to used to play a video game song or a TV theme song that might catch their attention. And again, in a quieter atmosphere, I'm kind of those couples that are sitting there. I don't want to interrupt their conversation. I want to add to the atmosphere. Good. That's what I would do. Which songs? The songs that you're most comfortable saying, right? Good morning, Didi. Good morning, Susan. Good to see you. Yeah, anyways, this is me. I dislike being the lead. I dislike leading in any scenario in life. Quite shy. And so I like contributing to the atmosphere. That's my favorite thing to do. Yeah. Now I should show a video of me just like, dancing and whatever with my accordion. My instrument is how I usually express myself. Let's play Edith Piaf. Totally about matching the vibe. And that's that sense, right? Let's do La Vie en Rose. Lovely. La vie en rose. La vie en rose will work anywhere. The way you play it is what matters. A few more words about busking. What I said works for me. What Susan was saying, it's very brave to start playing around people you don't know. Every time I play, Susan, we met each other once there in Victoria. The scariest part is I'm walking. I always carry my accordion on me. I have my little hat or a box. And people are standing around, or there's a store. And I take a little space, which is a lot for me to do. I put something down, don't want to be right in the way of people, and I stand there. And then I start, and it might be... And I'm looking around, and some people are going to look at you, some people are going to smile, most people will ignore you. And now I'm actually going to say something, right? I usually get a little smile. People might make eye contact with me. Oh, this is bravery. Yes, like it requires a bit of bravery, a bit of chutzpah, a bit of like, I have something to say, I'm going to speak a little bit. And it's okay, it's lovely. Very rarely have I been asked to stop playing or play quieter. It's usually like if there's a table of people right here and I'm playing, move back a little bit or wander around. But it's always lovely. Christopher, so exciting, the idea that you're gonna meet Wendy. I wanted to show we did we did a summer challenge last year. On accordionlove.com, the Accordion Love Summer Challenge 2025. It was encouraging you this summer, let the world hear your music. Whether you're playing for trees, friends, or street cats, you're invited to play, share, and win. People, lots of people from this chat, took their accordions and played outside. There were so many lovely people. Georges, I remember a bicyclist, Georges was playing. This is all over the world. Is this in Belgium, Georges? This was Georges taking his accordion. I started the same way, Georges. And this guy sat beside him. This is the most magical thing. I encourage you to look at these. Wendy, Bryn, you played. Christian played for waterfalls in Norway. The bravest thing I've ever seen. Willie played on a ferry boat in Germany, I believe. I might be messing up these locations. This is a bicycle ferry that you pull across. Willie situated himself there. This is like the greatest thing. How cool. I believe that I played GeoGuessr. This should be Austria or Germany. I'm assuming Germany. He put himself onto the ferry and then someone came. Can you imagine doing a bicycle trip? You get to a ferry and then Willie is there playing accordion. The best. There. While the guy's pulling. The drunken sailor. The best. Not only is the person pulling himself on the bicycle, he's pulling Willie and the camera person. Share your accordion with the world. How great. Lots of you played outside. You played for children. Yeah, this is Phaser playing for his grandson's kindergarten class. Christopher, you played so much. How cool. Please play outside. Please busk. Hannah, you played in costume, I believe. You played for... Anyways, wonderful. I encourage you to take your accordion outside. I played for trees first. I played in my parents' backyard. Then I started to take my music outside. Majority of the time, people will love you contributing music to the world because people don't do it often enough. Good. Excuse me. You started playing on your deck after that challenge. Yes. International Music on the Porch Day. I know Anna Dalvey usually does her Porch Fest in Ottawa, which wasn't yesterday. It was a month ago. But anyways, very cool. Anyways, let us know how it goes, Milan Busker. Let's play. I have my good loop pedal. Oh, but I don't have my auto harp. Would you give the chords to Katyusha, the patriotic Russian song? Yeah. Let's do it in A minor. I'm gonna get you to get the chords, filming self little tripod. Keep it in your busking bag. Set it up where someone won't step on it, and you could do it. Katyusha. A minor. A minor. Let's switch to another key. What chord is this? The song's in A minor, and it's a Russian song, an Eastern European song. What this means is the chords of the song will almost always be the one chord, the A minor. This is our root. Ba, 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 ba. It's always gonna, the 5 chord will almost always be there. The 5 chord from the A minor is the E major, or the E7 if you can. So it's A minor, ba 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 ba. Stay, ba 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 ba. A minor to E7. Play it if you have an instrument. Da 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 da. I can give you a simple version. The simple version will stay on that A minor. Pa, pa, pa. The minor 4. Instead of going to the E, we go to the D minor, right next to it. This is true for all Russian songs, for all Eastern European songs. This is the same chords as all tangos. Ba 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 da ba da ba 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 da 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 ba ba ba. There's the change from that A minor to D minor. All songs. Remember, we bring peace to you. Venu shalom aleichem. Ba ba ba. From A minor to D minor. There it is. The 4 is always a minor. From when we have an A minor, ba ba ba, A minor to E major, E major, E major to A minor. This is the easy version. A minor, D minor. What's the next chord? I know you're there. We're either going to the A minor or the E major. So, pa, pa, D minor, 2. Pa, pa, back to the E major. Pa, 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 pa. Pa, 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 pa. Again. Pa, 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 pa. I'm going fast because why? The chords are on Accordion Love. I'll share the sheet music with you at the end. What I want you to understand, though, is that we have 3 puzzle pieces for Katyusha. I'm choosing A minor because why not? Be pa 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 pa. Ba 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 ba. Be ba 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 be be ba 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 ba. Which means this whole thing times 2. This is Katyusha. The things, the blocks we have are A minor, D minor, and E7. Sometimes we just do A minor, E7. Sometimes we do A minor, D minor. Sometimes A minor, E7. How we fit them, and this is true for all songs, for so many Russian songs. Oczy Chornia, Dark Eyes, E7, A minor, E7, A minor, Papa, D minor, da da, A minor, to E7, to A minor. So I'm trying to give you these building blocks for so many songs. Again, La Comparsita, E7, ba da 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 da, A minor. Correct, where the G is sharp. And the 7, we play the D, not just the E. E major, E7, right? Da 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 da. There's that, the crunchiness is the 7. Good. This is the easy version of the chords. I'll give you the more complicated version. Here, same beginning. I like the C, D minor, E7 to A minor, D minor, A minor, 7 to A minor. This is the... It's not complicated. This is the version where it goes... Let me play both versions. A minor. That's the C major. Good. I'm going to play Katyusha. Let's do it. Let's do it. To the busker from before. If I'm playing this at an airport, I'd go 1, 2, 3. The coffee shop. managing the mood, right? The big one, big voice, big bass, right? This is a person shouting on the street. Newspaper, newspaper, I'm getting your attention. The coffee shop, people are there for 2 or 3 songs. If you yell, okay, people will look at you, but what are you saying? Okay, good, like you brought the energy up. Maybe the next song we could do a little bit quieter. Etc. Yeah, I don't know anything Bulgarian. No Bulgarian music. I don't know anything Bulgarian. I'm sorry. Yeah, the quiet coffee shop. Yeah, same kind of thing. I don't have to change it to a waltz. I could just do it a bit quieter. Yeah. I could still have good energy in the song. I'm just not yelling. I'm just not yelling in a quieter setting. Yeah, busking is an art for sure. I've seen incredible buskers. One of the best accordion buskers that I've seen ever was, I wish I knew the person's name. I knew his name. I saw him at the Busker Fest in Toronto. He would dress up like a human statue. So he had white face paint. He dressed up like a clown. And you showed up, and he had a little accordion, and he was like this, like turned off. And he had a little thing saying, drop money for a song. And so you would drop money, and he would come alive, put his hands, and then play a small little song while being completely still, as though he was an animatronic robot. And so it would be, turn on, and then he would do. And then he would turn off. And he was a very talented accordion player, so it wasn't just a C major to A minor. And I think when he would turn on, he'd have, again, this face paint, and so he would smile and move and then turn off. And it was so cool. I'm sure you can Google it and find the performer. And I remember my friend, who was there? I got to go backstage and just meet this performer and see all the performers just backstage smoking cigarettes and talking. And I was like, it kind of ruined the illusion a little bit. I wanted to keep this person as a robot, but I remember telling him, like, that was incredible. And he was like, yeah, thanks. He was a professional. He was an actor. But what an incredible performance. That was such a lovely performer. That you could do anywhere. And real buskers get a crowd and are able to change the energy of a location. I believe the buskers that are, I don't know what successful means, but that are able to get a crowd of people around them, which I've only managed to do a few times. You hold people's attention, and once someone stops to look, even in a high energy location, you could do anything there. You could play very quietly and get people laughing and really engaged with your material. I don't do that. It's scary when you have 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 people around you. What do you say then? I haven't even thought of that. When it happens, it's lovely. You're holding people, and I believe they put their trust in you a little bit, and so you're delivering. And then probably the order of the songs matter. You're really playing with energy. I don't do that. But good buskers do that. You see them in promenades and places and cities where they get a crowd of people. Usually it's like a magician or a juggler, someone that's doing something. And they start off small, and then for their big thing, they get a crowd of 20 people. They'll juggle some knives, they'll make you laugh, and then they'll have a spiel saying, I'm going to pass around the hatch, and we reward them for that. Yeah. Ti Bial Dunav. Let's see what that is. I'm afraid that Bulgarian music is complicated. Ti Bial Dunav. Let's listen. I'll show you what I'm listening to. This is Bulgarian patriotic song. 18 years ago. I wasn't even born. La da 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 da. Beautiful chord movement. Let's listen again. So, now let's listen. We're in the key of G minor. I'm not going to play this song well because I'm just listening to it for the first time. Very similar movement. One minor, da 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 da. Beautiful. I'm not gonna. I'm. Beautiful song. And again, very familiar chord changes. To Katyusha, to other songs. I'm not gonna play or mix songs. I'm always terrified of offending someone, of, mixing up two songs. And they're like, how dare you play these two songs? Didn't you know the history? I don't, unfortunately. I know they use Cyrillic text in Bulgaria from playing GeoGuessr. But lovely song. Very, very cool song. Do, 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 da, da, da. Good. Let's keep going. We saw Trio Voronej once in Bangor, Maine. They started out as buskers. Cool. Yeah. I'm going to play... last week, I had... I didn't have this loop pedal, but I wanted to play... I forget which song it was. What did Kate buy? Eggs. Yeah, that's really, really nice. I'll clear out this little check. The real deal is our folklore your horas sopo, which are 7/8. This is what I was afraid of, where it has a more of that Bulgarian feel, which no idea. Connecting a G minor to an A minor song would risk more than patriotic offense. Yeah. I want to use my loop pedal, but I don't know what to play. What song did I play? You know what I've been listening to? I've been listening to Danny Boy on recorder. And then I try and play it, and it's just not as good, because I'm not a recorder player. But I do want to play it. This recorder is terrible. I have 2 recorders inside that I don't bring. Da 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 da. Are these out of tune? Because that's why. I'm just gonna see if my F major is in tune. Ti da di da. We're in tune. Oh, do we do it? Let's do it. This is what the live stream is for. We're gonna try Danny Boy because it makes me feel happy. I don't play recorder. Anytime I play it, I stop. Let's do it. But I wanna. I'm gonna record this so we can harmonize. Harmonize. Okay, this is usually done behind closed doors, so you don't get to see it. Let's see the $75 accordion. I think the last time it was touched was years ago. It hasn't been played, which is not good for accordions. Let's see. This was a $75 accordion. It sounded like a $75 accordion. It's still okay. It hasn't been played. It hasn't deteriorated. Thank you for sitting through Danny Boy. What song are we playing? Katyusha. Accordion. This is like riding an old bicycle, and you see someone riding it that's been riding for 20 years, and it's like, oh, it's a rickety old bicycle. It's so hard to pedal, if any of you are bicycle riders. It takes all your effort to just keep it going straight. And it's like, yeah, I can make it go straight and I could lift up my hands and do that. But give it to one of my kids, how do you even start? If this is your fourth accordion, get it. It looks good. The keys are so, some are lower, some are higher. It sounds okay in tune. It's in tune with itself. It's so difficult to play. But I do want to play Danny Boy with it. I don't take care of my instruments. There's a beautiful layer of dust on everything in this office. There are cobwebs around. Take care of your instruments better than I do. Oh. Ti-da-da. So, correct, this Honer doesn't have any switches. It's always this musette sound. This one's missing the vibrating reed. Good on the way out. It's missing on the way in. Anyway, 75 bucks. It's like an old car. If you've driven a car, a new car, you know how easy it is. You sit back, the car goes straight. Keep your hands on the wheel, but you know, if you need to reach over, the car will stay straight. The car stops, it doesn't turn off. If you've ever had an old car, fortunate enough to drive an old car, you know how involved you have to be. It's like the steering wheel shakes after you go a certain speed. When you slow down, you got to keep your foot on the gas and keep it pumping or the car turns off. Don't touch this window because it doesn't really roll up correctly. It kind of rolls that way. Don't shut the door too hard because the button falls off. This is this lovely accordion. But it's really nice. I'm happy we could do Danny Boy. Thank you everyone for coming. We do this every week. We try and do this every week. Next Sunday I'm here. Thursdays we do this live over Zoom where you come with questions with your accordion and you can perform. You could say, hey, I'm trying to work on this and I can help you. And not just me, but other students from around the world. I teach on Accordion Love all of these techniques. I encourage you to check out the new Accordion Love website. What's changed? Lots of things have changed. But there's a gallery section, so when you scroll down, you get to see other people. Hello, Lucy. Lucy, you get to see other people perform. People from this chat, but also not from this chat. These are all of the things from the monthly challenge, from the tune of the month, from the practice room, just people practicing. This is what learning an instrument is like. When you see me do it, I've driven old cars, I've driven old bicycles. I enjoy playing old instruments and doing this. But, you know, I also try and show you me learning things. But this is where the learning comes from watching Toby playing, from watching Cindy, Enrica, and Scott, and Christopher, etc. And all these people, and people playing together. This is, if you're learning something, please watch other learners. We don't do this enough in life. We do it with sports. We do it with cooking. None of us are... We don't start off as experts. Please show your work. See what students are doing, right? You're not doing it alone. That's my spiel. There's a free 1-week trial. I encourage you to give it a try. Yeah. Good. I'll stop there. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll share my email. Feel free to ask me. Thank you, everyone.